hey, you shouldn't be here.
You shouldn't be here. We're in quarantine. Wow.
Actually, I'm just kidding. We're in Margaritaville. Guys, we're all
looking for my lost shaker of salt.
Even Bree has on a Hawaiian shirt. She put it on for this entire thing, and it's great.
I will never say no to Margaritaville.
Never.
But I don't.
It's our patrons' fault.
Our patrons' fault.
Yeah. Woo! Andrew, tell us about our Patreon.
God damn, I love Jimmy Buffett. Let's go. Our patrons are people that love Jimmy Buffett just like us. If you sign up for Patreon, you are showing your support for Jimmy Buffett fans and the 100 Jimmy Buffett fan club. Check us.
Imagine this is someone's first episode.
Cheeseburger. Paradise. You can check out our other podcasts. We have patron-only podcasts. We have Margaritaville specials. What do we talk about now? We don't talk about Glee anymore. We talk about Fosse Verdon. And we get, you can get access to that. And there's also more commentaries. We're going to be reviewing a full Jimmy Buffett live concert coming soon.
No, we won't. Don't promise this.
Our current patrons are Terry Edelman, Max Lunig, Benjamin Learer, Lily Ackles, John Donna, Taryn the Duck, The Fantastic Just Lightning, Ewan Cassidy, Haley McDonald, Tess Gear, Fire of September, Mina Maniri, Monica Throw, Brent Black, Haley Murray, Alice in Wonderland, B-Way Flicks, Nathaniel Stacy Coombe, Joseph Evans Green, Luna Rocks 222, Irigale, Drew A. Whiter, Carrie Ahern, Christine Malmadel, Mezzanine Theater Diary, Mary Lou Choquette, Ann Nunnally, Cole Birchfield, John Vanels, Holy Sticality, Russ Walker, Musical Hell, Emily Grace, Andrew Van Barson, Emily Stack, Kyle Summers, Jessica A., Mr. B., Janae C., Kyle, Christina Francis, Skylar, Liz Lim, Corey Wilmarth, Allison Stuller, Nothing is Certain Except Beth and Taxes, Ren Cullen, Thespian, Christal Stapleton, and Elizabeth Levengood.
They give us some financial support that helps us keep the lights on here at Margaritaville with Cheese. If you'd like to join them in supporting us and get tons of fun perks such as patron-only commentaries, our episodes a day early or even earlier,
in Margaritaville.
Come join us on our Patreon. This is the most insane ad read we've ever done. All right, let's get on to the show. Hi, I'm Jesse McAnally.
And I'm Andrew DeWolf.
And welcome to Musicals with Cheese, a podcast where I try to get Andrew to like musical theater. And once more, we have our wonderful producer, Bree Jones, with us today.
Hello.
There Hello. She is. Andrew, what have you been up to lately?
I have been wasting away in Margaritaville. I'm looking for my lost shaker of salt. There's other lyrics to the song. I can't remember them.
Some people say there's a woman to blame, but I don't. It's my own damn.
It's my own damn fault. And then the plot to the SpongeBob musical happens.
Do you know what the lost shaker of salt means?
Cocaine?
Yes, you're actually correct there. So Jimmy Buffett was at a bar, and then the police raided in. So he dumped all his cocaine into a salt shaker so he could find it later. And then he came back looking for his lost shaker of salt.
Ooh, baby. Nice.
Margaritaville. We're talking about Escape to Margaritaville, guys.
Escape to Margaritaville. Why do people like Jimmy Buffett, the musical?
Yay! Kill me.
Why do people make Jukebox Musicals, the show?
That is a very good question.
Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of those tourists covered in oil, strumming my sixth string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil.
Ooh, shrimp. Need something.
Escape to Margaritaville is a musical that was first performed in 2017, featuring Jimmy Buffett songs. The plot revolved around a part-time bartender and singer who falls for a career-minded tourist. The show features music and lyrics by Jimmy Buffett and is based on a book by Greg Garcia and Mike O'Mallory. Following the tryout performances at the La Jolla Playhouse, New Orleans, Houston, and Chicago... Houston! The show premiered on Broadway in February of 2018 at the Marriott Marquis Theater. A national tour launched in 2019, and I'm sure it's doing really great now.
It's doing really great. They're in Margaritaville right now playing their songs.
Yeah. So Jimmy Buffett, Andrew.
Who is Jimmy Buffett? Who is this person? I've never seen his face.
What do you think he looks like? Before we have Bree look up a picture, what do you think he looks like?
Jimmy Buffett, I think he looks like middle-aged man with curly hair, a Hawaiian t-shirt, and like khaki colored like shorts, and flip-flops, and a acoustic guitar.
You're not crazy far off. Bree, send Andrew a picture in the Zoom group meeting. We got to see what Jimmy Buffett looks like.
Jimmy Buffett!
I can actually share my screen right now with you.
Oh, go for
it. Let's do this.
Let's see. I want to see Jimmy Buffett. I've never seen this man.
It's shocking how accurate it is, though.
Has anyone seen Jimmy Buffett? Oh my god. Oh my god, that's him?
Yeah,
he's bald.
Yeah. You're pretty close though.
I wasn't that far off.
You weren't. Did you say khaki? Because that's khaki.
Khaki. Yeah, that's what I said exactly.
Oh my god. I have seen Jimmy Buffett live in concert more than I have seen any other concert.
Are you joking? You've seen Jimmy Buffett live?
Multiple times.
Jess, are you even a human?
And I'm sure Bree also hasn't seen Jimmy Buffett ever, in any capacity.
No, but my father loves him.
Mm-hmm. It's nostalgia for me because my mom loved him and dragged us to see all the Jimmy Buffett performances. And yeah, it's legitimate nostalgia for me. And the reason why we're doing this episode today with all three of us wearing our Hawaiian shirts is because I was really hard on the We Will Rock You musical because I don't like the music of Queen, at all.
I was pretty hard on it too, but that's because the show was awful.
Yeah, but you have an awful show and then songs you don't like. It's really hard to dive into it and respect it.
Yeah, and now we're watching Escape to Margaritaville to contrast it with something different? Because I'm pretty sure this is just exactly the same.
I don't think it's exactly the same, and I don't think you think it's exactly the same. I think that's a bad faith statement you're making there.
Bad faith in a way, but it is another pretty bad show with music I don't like.
I don't think it's the worst show. It's not even the worst jukebox musical. It's not even within the top 10 of shows we've covered in the bottom low. It's not anywhere near that.
You know what this show is, though? And it's not bad. It's really, really dumb. Extraordinarily dumb. And I feel like it fits Jimmy Buffett perfectly, though. Because if I was going to use a single word to describe Jimmy Buffett, it's terrible. But if I was to pick a different word, I would say dumb. And so I think that's kind of, it fits.
I mean, I get that. I'm not going to be oh no, you just don't understand. You don't understand.
You just don't understand the complexity of Jimmy Buffett.
You don't. I mean, you don't understand the white trash nature of Jimmy Buffett fans.
Jess, white trash is a racial slur.
Against the white trash?
No, it implies that all white people are good and white people that are poor are trash. It's race. It's classist at the very least, Jess, okay?
There's plenty.
Don't use that. We call them buffet towns, okay?
There are plenty of rich white trash people. Let me say that. Be very clear about that.
Is Jimmy Buffett yacht rock? Would you call that yacht rock?
I would call it yacht rock only because I have heard his music on yachts.
Jimmy Buffett is really something else. Like, I don't understand his success because he just isn't good, like, at all. And he's just, everyone seems to know him, and some people seem to really love him. Like, I've been to, like, Universal Studios in Florida, like, and there's, like, a Margaritaville, like, just a big restaurant called Margaritaville. I think there's ones elsewhere, but that's the only one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How was this a thing?
Can I describe to you what going to a Jimmy Buffett concert is like? As someone who has been many times.
Absolutely, go for it.
I don't know what it's like to go to, like, a Coldplay concert or something like that. So maybe it's different. When you go to a concert, do you usually tailgate before the concert? Like, properly?
No, I do not.
Okay, so let's say when he comes to Detroit and plays at Comerica Park. All of Comerica Park parking lot is full of tents and people just selling and giving out free alcohol and free shit. Like, all dressed up, and it's like a communal experience of, like, older, mostly white people just making burgers for people and handing out free alcohol and drinking contests and games. It's like a little street fair, but all Jimmy Buffett themed.
So what you're saying is Jimmy Buffett fans just want to grill.
They want to grill and drink. And dress in Hawaiian shirts.
Okay.
And this starts at around 10, 11 a.m. All right?
Yeah.
So.
Now, you've been part of this experience.
Yes, I have. At least 4 or 5 times.
Oh my god. All right, go on. What else you got? Give me more juicy deets on these Jimmy Buffett experiences.
And you get there at 9 a.m. And the show doesn't start till like 8.
Okay.
So by the time you get into the actual theater, you are fucking drunk.
Wasting away again.
Yes. And then they give you so much more alcohol once you get inside.
Here, this will make the music good.
Then by the time the show starts, you are so blitzed and they're throwing around beach balls and shit and like... You're like, just like watching the dances and this old man... He doesn't do any dance. He comes out, plays a guitar in his flip-flops, then leaves.
He can't even be fucked. He can't even be bothered.
He has a great group of dancers behind him, the Coral Reefers, as they are called.
Oh my god.
And it's an experience. And then by the time you're leaving, you got a headache from the music, you're hungover to all hell, and then you're just got an hour and a half drive home.
That's pretty much what I expected, though.
Yeah, he does get some pretty good, like, people to introduce him. Like, I forget what they're called, the appetizer bands.
Openers?
Like, Lionel Richie performed before him, like, twice. Like, it's...
Okay. I mean, I would say I'd rather have him headline, but I guess if he's the opener, that's good, too.
Yeah. And I'm not claiming it's good, but it is an experience, and... it's intense.
That's kind of my thought on a lot of these concerts where if you have like this really popular band and you're like, man, their music is really terrible. How are they so popular? 90% of the time, the answer to that question is their concert is like mostly just free drugs. Like the Grateful Dead. I've always asked like, man, why do people see in the Grateful Dead? I don't understand it. And then I talked to someone who's a Grateful Dead fan. He's like, oh, yeah, I go to their concerts all the time. I get so fucked up. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Now I get it.
And now, as much as I do have fun at a Jimmy Buffett concert, I'm not claiming it's high class or art or anything, but they are fun, and this is where 102 episodes in, Jess loses all of his credibility that he's built up. It does not translate well to a Broadway show.
Are you serious, Jess? You can't be serious. This is the best show we've done. You even said it yourself.
I don't think I did.
I remember you said this is the best musical that we've talked about. There might have been a word in between there, but...
Best Jimmy Buffett musical we've ever talked about.
So far.
So far, yeah.
Escape to Margaritaville.
We haven't talked about Hoot.
There's not actually another one, is there?
No, but he was in a movie called Hoot about saving owls.
Oh yeah, I think I read that book.
Yeah, and he like produced it, and apparently that was something he was really into, and he plays like a teacher in it.
He's very passionate about owls.
I don't know. The guy seems like a fucking insane man. But let's talk about Escape to Margaritaville. Before we even talk about the plot, the razor thin plot and everything, let's talk about the reviews. Let's look at some of these reviews.
Let's go. Quick. What do we got? I love hearing what the critical people say.
So we've talked about very much how kind of Stifler's Broadway theater is. Like, even some shows that you and I really like Beetlejuice, get god-awful reviews.
Yeah.
So
Unfairly.
Unfairly. So take this with a grain of salt.
A shaker of salt, you might say.
Yes, a shaker of salt. Take a full shaker of salt, if you can find it.
Fill it with something else.
Yes. The production received generally negative reviews. The New York Times began by saying, "If there was ever a time to get drunk in a theater, this is it." The Washington Post called it insufferably dumb. Entertainment Weekly. Entertainment Weekly, in contrast, said it might give audiences a light buzz. Others praise the main actors and say that they do their best with a story, but it's also called the musical an unfortunate mishmash of Buffett staples and a handful of tepid new compositions. It said the first act was garishly colored explosion of randomness and kitsch that you almost start to root for, before delving into a second act that is merely terrible.
I love the backhanded insult of, like, they tried their best.
Bloomberg gave it a very negative review, calling it a bland ode to wasting away, and said it blends the greatest hits of Jimmy Buffett, a set of cheery cardboard characters, and a simple, if occasionally demented, plot into a concoction of syrupy enough to taste sort of like a Broadway show, but like the worst version of its namesake beverage. It's too watered down to be much fun. Vulture gave it a negative review, calling it an empty shell.
I don't think I disagree with any of these, though.
Now, there are some more positive-leaning ones. Like the Hollywood Reporter said that Buffett fans would enjoy the musical, noting that at the showing, many fans enthusiastically shouted the lyrics. And it has a sitcom-style sensibility.
I mean, those are pretty backhanded, in my opinion.
The leads were also praised for their charisma and charm.
I don't think any of the actors were doing poorly in this show. I will say that.
No. I do want to talk about Paul Alexander Nolan for a second.
Sure. He's the lead, right?
Yeah, I think he is the most unlucky, actor in Broadway history.
Well, he's the lead in this and in what, Bright Star?
Yes. You know, those two classics.
Oh, yeah. Those are both smash hits.
And he's so good in both of them. He is not the problem with either of those shows.
No, really the problem with both of those shows is Steve Martin.
Including, he's the problem. But not only that, he was also in Dr. Zhivago, which was a horrible flop.
Oof.
But yeah, he was also in the not that well-received revival of Jesus Christ Superstar, and he played Jesus, as a very Southern singer.
My man, get a new agent.
Yeah, honestly. I don't know who's picking these roles for you, but yeah, I find myself objectifying the actors quite often because they're in these skimpy outfits the entire time. He's walking around shirtless the entire time, and I'm like, man, he works out.
He's a chill dude, bro.
It's weird, but now we're 18 minutes in, and Andrew, we haven't even talked about what the plot of this show is.
What the fuck plot are you talking about?
Tell me what the plot of this show is, Andrew, please.
All right.
Wait. Hold on. We have someone that hasn't seen the show. Let's play with this. Bree, what do you think the plot of a show called Escape to Margaritaville using the songs of Jimmy Buffett would be?
Okay, I have to tell you the truth. I Googled it, and I totally...
cheated! She cheated.
I read it on Wiki. I'm sorry. I had to know. Because I would have just, thought it would be a tropical island adventure to Margaritaville. To this magical...
you're not wrong. Except you are wrong.
I am so wrong.
That sounds so much better than what we got, though.
Margaritaville is not a magical place, and in fact, I'm pretty certain Margaritaville is supposed to be a shithole in this show. But it doesn't...
Ohio?
Is it in Ohio?
No. It's like in a tropical island, and the two ladies are from Ohio.
Okay, yeah that's what it is.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
It's pretty close to Ohio, though, because a plane that has not been fueled up in years flies directly from that tropical island to Cincinnati. So it's probably like a tropical on like Lake Erie or something like that.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of Lake Erie.
Okay, the plot to Margaritaville. The dogs will explain really quick. You guys might not be able to hear them, so that's good. The plot to Margaritaville. Margaritaville is like a little island that is a volcano, an active volcano in the Pacific Ocean, I assume? What do you think, Jess?
I don't know. I can't even pretend to know.
Okay, but Margaritaville, it's not even important, really. It doesn't matter where Margaritaville is.
It's an island, and these people go there, and one of them is going there maybe to cheat on her husband. We don't know.
She wants to cheat on her husband, but she also doesn't want to cheat on her husband because she loves her husband, and her husband is putting her on a diet because he's an awful person.
He's like Count Ludwig of Austria. Like, you're gonna go on a diet, you're too fat. I bought your dress a size smaller so that you'll have, like, the incentive to lose weight.
Man, they really just don't stop, do they?
Don't stop till you get enough. Wow. Is there like a small child they're fighting over down there?
No, they're upset he's talking shit about Margaritaville.
I guarantee there's nobody even home. I guarantee there's no one home. They're just barking at nothing out the window.
This is why Andrew hates dogs, Bree.
Because his dogs love Jimmy Buffett?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if your dogs love Jimmy Buffett, you'd probably take him to the vet.
Put him down, or...
Put him down. Give me a new one. This one's broken.
He won't stop howling about cheeseburgers in paradise.
Okay, Margaritaville is a small tropical island on a volcano right next to Cincinnati. And there is a kooky cast of characters.
Apparently.
In the Caribbean next to Cincinnati. And there's a kooky set of characters there. You got Jimmy Buffett. You got the guy that is friends with Jimmy Buffett that is also Patrick Starr. You've got the lady that owns Margaritaville. And the guy that is everyone thinks is crazy because he has a plane.
Don't forget the uptight girl that comes on in and just needs to learn to have fun.
She needs to learn how to have fun because she is so worried about the planet and making green energy, and she wants to become she wants to get a venture capitalist firm to invest in her potato energy idea because that's really smart. Potato energy built from a volcano.
Yeah, great. I want to invest. Sign me up. Like, that's next to Elon Musk shit.
Elon Musk would be all over that because he loves stupid ideas that don't work. And then there's also the lady that is like a little bit overweight, and her character arc is that she's on a diet, and then she says no more diet, and she eats a cheeseburger because that's all fat women want is a cheeseburger.
Can we talk about that for a second? Because that pissed me the fuck off. I was so happy when I saw her because I'm like, oh, a bigger person just in a role where she gets to exist and do things in a musical. And then it's like all about how she has to lose weight and learn that she just loves eating cheeseburgers. Like, she loves eating cheeseburgers so much she starts flying as soon as she eats one.
Ooh, baby.
I know the message is well-intentioned. I know it, but can't just people exist and look like normal people?
No.
Because everyone else in this show is a stick.
Yeah, well, they also live on an island where there's no electricity or
Wi-Fi
internet
or anything.
or Wi-Fi or anything, and it's literally a volcano. So the plot progresses in the two characters, all the characters that you expect to fall in love, all fall in love with each other, and then Act 2 happens, and a volcano explodes, and
It becomes Escape to Margaritaville to Escape from Margaritaville.
it is Escape from Margaritaville. Isn't that the actual title?
It's Escape to Margaritaville.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, it's not accurate to the plot at all. It should be Escape
Nope.
from Margaritaville.
Get the fuck out of here. Be like Jimmy Buffett in his cameo in Jurassic World. Grab your 2 margaritas and run away from the Velociraptor.
Where's Snake? I thought this was the 3rd sequel to Escape from New York.
Kurt Russell coming in. No. That's why he has the eye patch. That one guy has the eye patch.
That is Kurt Russell. Oh shit! And he's got the plane. Oh
This
shit!
is Escape.
It's after Escape from LA, he goes to fucking Margaritaville.
It just fucking chills.
We get to follow Kurt Russell's vacation plans.
And that's why he went all over. They tracked like all the places he went to in that stupid plane.
Because he's Snake Plissken or something. I don't know. That would have been a better show.
Yeah, where's my Escape from LA musical?
Yeah, I just want to watch Kurt Russell surf or something. I can't remember what happens in that movie. Okay. Is there anything else of note in this plot to even mention? I don't think there is.
All
Can
of
their
you
dreams
remember?
come true.
Wait. Can you remember any character's name?
I mean, I have them kind of in front of me, but the only one I actually remembered before looking at them was Brick.
The only one I remembered was Rachel because I looked up the actress because I was like, where have I seen her before?
That's fair.
Yeah, so that's the only name I remembered. But when you don't remember your main lead male character's name, and you just call him Jimmy Buffett,
Does he have like a name? I don't think they give him one.
Tully, something like that.
Tully Mars.
Oh.
Tully Mars.
Damn. Bree coming in clutch. Bree, I've got a question, and maybe you can find this out. Like, I'm sitting here, like, has Jimmy Buffett's songs ever, like, made it into, like, the top 40? Like, ever?
They must have.
Like, I don't know. I feel like they're probably, like, a niche thing. Like, because...
Dude,
I
Cheeseburger in Paradise is huge, okay?
Yeah, it is. So is Margaritaville. But, like, I think he only has, like, 5 songs that anyone knows.
I'm actually wondering how many of these songs are Jimmy Buffett songs, because I only know, like, 3 Jimmy Buffett songs. So how many of these are his songs, and how many of these are original for this?
They're all his songs. Like, he wrote all of them, and there's, like, 1 or 2, like, the obviously kind of Broadway-y soundy ones.
Okay. So he has a lot more songs than I thought he did.
Oh, yeah. And you were wondering about his songs. Okay, so he has a song with Alan Jackson. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Peaked at #1 back in 2003.
They must...
That recently?
Yeah, okay, so...
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, I know it. We all know it.
It's awful.
It's like those
country
live,
music
laugh,
song?
love signs, except it's 5 o'clock somewhere. You know what I'm talking about.
It's an excuse to be an alcoholic. It's great.
Yeah.
That's literally all Jimmy Buffett is an excuse to be an alcoholic.
Okay, that makes sense. Was that the biggest hit of his then? The 5 o'clock somewhere?
Hey Good Lookin' peaked at #8 in 2004. Trip Around the World peaked at #20 in 2004. This is all Billboard, by the way.
Right.
And then he did a song with the Zac Brown Band in 2011. It peaked at #1.
That's insane, because I always thought of him as like a 70s type of musician. Like,
Well, he just looks like he's from the 70s, I think is the thing.
Actually, it looks like a lot of his songs in the 70s and 80s didn't really... I mean, they were in, like, top 50, but not anywhere close to number 1.
That's fucking insane to me. I know it probably makes sense because, like... But I imagined he hit it in, like, the 20th century at some point. Not wait until, like, the 21st century for, like, suddenly Cheeseburger in Paradise and Fins to suddenly hit. Oh, God. All right, that just changed my entire perception of the world right now.
Jimmy Buffett has changed my world. All right. I have literally nothing to say about the plot, so I feel like we just got to move on to mid-show.
Yeah, I guess. Let's go into a mid-show announcement and talk about these songs, guys.
Yippee!
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt you in the middle of the show, but we've got a shill at you. Shilly shill shill. Our show is provided to you by our wonderful patrons over at Patreon. Without them, the show is impossible, and Bree couldn't be here, and everything wouldn't be as great as it is. But our current patrons are Terry Needleman, Max Lunig, Benjamin Lehrer, Lily Ackles, John Donna, Taryn the Duck, The Fantastic, Jess Lightning, Ewan Cassidy, Haley McDonald, Tess Skier, Fire September, Mina Maniri, Monica Thoreau, Brent Black, Haley Murray, Allison Wonderland, B-Way Flicks, Nathaniel Stacy Coombe, Joseph Evans Green, Luna Rocks 222, Irigale Jouet Whiter, Carrie Ahern, Christine Malmedel, Mezzanine Theater Diary, Mary Lou Choquette, Ann Nunnally, Cole Birchfield, John Van Owls, Holly Stistically, Russ Walker, Musical Hell, Emily Grace, Andrew Van Barson, Emily Stack, Kyle Summers, Mr. B, Janae C, Jessica A, Kyle, Christina Francis, Skylar, Liz Lim, Corey Wilmarth, Allison Steller, Nothing is Certain Except Beth and Taxes, Ren Cullen, Thespian, Crystal Stapleton, Elizabeth Lovingood. I'm loving good. They give us a little extra financial support that helps us keep the lights on here at Musicals with Cheese. If you'd like to join them in supporting us and get tons of fun perks such as Patreon-only commentaries or episodes a day early or even earlier, come join us over at Patreon. All right, you guys ready to get back to it?
Ooh, baby.
Let's go.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Can we talk about how this show has no I Want song? Like, the opening number is fine. It's a fine opening number, licensed to chill. It kind of gives you the message of what this place represents. It's fine. As far as jukebox musicals with opening numbers, it works.
1, 2, 3, 4. Work, work, work. Big pile of it, and the boss is a jerk. Got just wanna disappear. Wishing I was somewhere other than here. Living for the weekend, jumping off the deep end. Just enough money to buy. License to sell.
Yo, the song that follows it is a song sung by 3 people we never see again.
Yeah. And I talk about musical theater structure a lot on this show, and you basically, Andrew, in fact, you could tell me why I don't like this because of musical theater structure. I think after 100 episodes, you can explain why this don't work.
Well, generally speaking, the second song in the show should not be sung by 3 random people that you'll never see again, about a thing that really doesn't matter. It also has no impact on the rest of the show whatsoever.
But the second song in any musical, Andrew, as you know, should be following our main character and their I Want song. And any good musical, that is generally what happens. You have the song that opens up the entire world, and then the second number must always be the I Want song, our lead character, basically introducing what their go-to goal is going to be throughout the rest of it. Like, some great ones include Somewhere That's Green, My Shot from Hamilton. All of those are very good, concise I Want songs that lets us know this is our main character, this is what they want, all right, let's dive into this. And this
Well,
one,
I mean, Jess, hold on a second. Let's take a quick look. I got a list of the songs here. The second song is called Fins.
Can't you feel them circling, honey? Can't you feel them swimming around? You got fins to the left, fins to the right, and you're the only bait in town. You got fins to the left, fins to the right, and you're the only girl in town.
And it's sung by, let's see, who's the main singers? Chad with 2 Ds and Goons. So, I mean, those are the main characters, right?
No, they are not.
Chad with two Ds and Goons are not the two main characters?
No. I mean, you could frame it technically as like an I Want song if you're like squinting at it weird and also dead.
If you're like Weekend at Bernieing like this whole show, like then yeah, this is the song. This is explaining what the main characters want.
It could, because we have what's her name? What's that girl? Tammy. She wants to flirt and get some dick in her, and they're warning about the men that might want to be with her. Or
she's not even the main character, though.
It could be Rachel, who is also not aware that she wants dick, and the I Want song is being thrust upon her. If that makes sense. Well, as I said, if you're dead and looking at it from an angle, it could, if your fin's on the left or the right, you could be the only girl in town.
Okay, the actual I Want song is the next song.
Pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, but I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Is it?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Because, and let me frame it this way. The audience is the main character, and they all want to be drunk. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere is actually the I Want song.
Can we talk for a second? Like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. We all know that fucking song. We're not talking about it.
Okay.
Like, I feel like we're not going to really talk about any of these songs. Andrew, in the bootleg we watched, this is one of the things that I love about some bootlegs. We
stole Margaritaville.
We did steal Margaritaville. That's great, and I regret nothing about it. Sorry, Broadway Podcast Network. But it showed both the outside of the theater, shows what the theater looked like, and I think that's always pretty cool. But it also showed us what the gift shop looked like, what they were selling, and also the most enormous bar I have ever seen in a Broadway theater. Like 12 bartenders and a bar as long as the theater itself.
Well, no shit. I mean, what's the point? You're going to Jimmy Buffett. Like, what else are you gonna do?
I'm with you. It's insane.
It's like, yeah, I'm going to see Jimmy Buffett. I'm gonna get fucking smashed.
Yes, 100%. And like there was like so many mixed drinks. And I don't know if most people have been to. I don't know where most people in our audience sit. We kind of hit like all over the world. Like we got Australia, we got a bunch of folks. So I don't know if
global, international.
A little bit, because we aren't just New York based. It's kind of what I'm trying to say. If you guys have never been to a Broadway show, they only give you like $40 wine usually.
Well,
in like a tiny glass.
Depends on the show. I mean, Beetlejuice will give you $40 apple juice, and you know.
Well, no, even in the musical Beetlejuice, he says, "Enjoy your $40 wine and relax." Is an exact line from the show.
Margaritaville is the musical for people that won't go to see musicals, though, and that's kind of all jukebox musicals, is what I'm gathering. Basically, if someone hates musicals and like their girlfriend is like, "Bring me to a musical," they're like, "Yeah, Jimmy Buffett."
Well, it's like, I want to feel fancy for a night. Let's go to see a Broadway show.
Oh, okay. Nice! Escape from Margaritaville.
Why are they Australian? The fuck was that?
Because Australians love Jimmy Buffett. We all know it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you're right.
Cheeseburger on the bobby tonight.
They change it. They change it for... All right, 5 o'clock somewhere, like... Even in the it has no energy in the show. Is like
we have talked more about this song that you said we weren't going to talk about than any other song so far.
It has no energy in this musical. Like, and that's a pretty energetic song as is. That's kind of why it has resonated with so many people. And it's like
it's kind of a downer song in this show. It's like a low point for them. They're like, oh, let's just get drunk, I guess.
I mean. kind of. It's like, oh, we came to this shitty hotel and she wants to fuck the bartender and I just want to find my rocks and this guy without a shirt on keeps trying to sing at me and convince me to get drunk.
It's like, isn't this supposed to be like a celebration song? Like, I don't know. Maybe not. And I guess it's more of an alcoholic song, so maybe it does fit as a downer song.
Maybe. Can I talk about Why Don't We Get Drunk?
I really do appreciate the fact you're standing here. Your voice, it sounds so wonderful, but your face don't look too clear. So barmaid, bring a pitcher, another round of brew. Honey, why don't we get drunk and screw?
It doesn't fit in the show, for one. It serves no narrative purpose and isn't even funny. It's not really a funny song to begin with. And the joke is, he's not allowed to say...
Funny?
What?
Are any of the songs in this funny?
There's a couple that I could consider funny. Like, in the show wants you to think are funny, but aren't, kind of way. But this one, they want you to consider the song funny, but it isn't. And this guy just wants the audience to chime in and say the word screw. As in, why don't we get drunk and screw? Which, if you think about that song, that's date rape.
A little bit. I mean, it depends how consensual it is. And how drunk they are.
When you're drunk, consent is kind of a blurry thing to begin with.
This person had an eye patch, Jess, and he was living on an island, and he talked about his plane. I don't think he cares. All right? That's all I'm going to say about it. And the audience is complicit.
The audience is... I guess. The audience is the one that says the dirty words.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it feels like some like political loop-de-loop like within the Broadway world where they couldn't say the lyrics, so they forced the audience to finish the lyrics. It honestly feels that way.
I don't think they really care. I mean, honestly, I'm sure he would have said the lyric. It's just, they probably thought, hey, wouldn't it be more fun if we make the audience interact? Which is actually, I don't think I've ever seen a show ask the audience to interact. So you know what? Props. They did it.
I mean, it happens sometimes. Like, the classic example is Peter Pan, which I hope we do sooner than later. It will probably be a Patreon request one of these days. But that is like the ultimate audience interaction moment.
Do they fly?
No, they force you to clap to bring Tinkerbell back to life.
Has an audience ever just revolted and never clapped?
I mean, yes. In the NBC Live production. Where she's...
The one that they filmed?
Yes, because they didn't have an audience, so she's just like, yes, keep clapping. Yes, keep going.
Oh no, she's gonna die. All the kids at home were like, why isn't it working?
Margaritaville is so weirdly placed in this show. The title song of this musical is the Act 1 closer and the lowest point for our two leads.
Yeah, which is fair, because whenever I'm listening to Margaritaville, it's my fucking lowest point.
Fair enough.
Wasting away again in Margaritaville.
Searching for my lost shaker of song.
Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault.
Like, literally, both their girlfriends leave them to go back to Ohio, and they're like, well, I'm sad and there's no point to life anymore, just wasting away again in Margaritaville.
Looking for the salt. This guy actually loses his salt, which is like...
Yeah, there wasn't even cocaine in it.
I mean, there may have been. I mean, this guy has an eye patch.
And a plane.
In a plane. He's pretty eccentric. Okay, can we talk about when the plot to SpongeBob just randomly happens?
All right. So someone saw the SpongeBob musical and was like, let's do that.
SpongeBob musical, random volcano eruption. Here we go. Jimmy Buffett's involved. I don't like it. I don't like the direction they take this in at all.
So in Act 2, they start the song, because they have to include the song Volcano, which is literally just repetitive, I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows, which is just goofy, fun, dumb number, but like by Jimmy Buffett. But here it's like actual tension, like the world's gonna explode and they're gonna kill, Margaritaville's gonna get destroyed, I don't know where I'm gonna go. And what's his name's trapped out there.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna go when a volcano blow.
She moving underneath.
I can feel the ground moving, Tully. This can't be good.
Tidal waves up on the sea.
Everything is gonna be fine, I promise.
Summer smoke up in the sky.
The boat is at the docks. This way.
Pretty soon we all might die.
You've gotta get yourself together, man.
Now
Has Jimmy Buffett ever lived like in society before, or does he like, where is he from that he sings about this stuff and exclusively this stuff? It's like
Bree,
he's literally
where is Jimmy Buffett from? Where did he start his life?
Cincinnati. Jimmy Buffett has never written a song about anything except being on vacation.
Maybe he has. I don't know. What was like his lowest rated song about like suburban life with me and my wife? Gonna smack my kid around.
He was born in Mississippi on Christmas.
Oh, so he's Santa Claus.
Yes.
Is that where he's lived his whole life, though, or did he move? Like, has he lived most of his life in, like, Hawaii or something like that?
Probably. But yeah. Oh, wait. It says origin, Alabama. But born...
Alabama.
I don't know, so maybe he lived in Alabama. This is what Wiki tells me, so...
Okay, well, one of his songs is called Cheeseburger in Paradise, so there's no way he lives in Alabama. I mean, come on.
Unless Alabama is his paradise.
Alabama, as far as I can tell, is like hell on earth, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think you're right.
Alabamites. Alabamoids, tell me, how is it?
Okay, I jumped onto his Wikipedia, and Bree, I want you to go down to the tour accident and just read to us what happened.
Tour accident?
Oh god, okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
It's at the very bottom, right above the list of tours. Like, this is...
I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blow.
He said right before the list of tours. I'm looking.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 9.
Oh my god, okay.
Please tell us what happened here, Bree. Her face is so red right now.
Okay.
Sipping on sponge cake.
On Australia Day, January 26, 2011, Buffett was performing a concert in Australia, and he fell off the stage after an encore. A concert goer said he just went over the edge of the stage like he had numerous times through the night just to wave. And people were throwing stuffed toys and things at him. And he just took one too many steps and disappeared in a flash.
Bye, Jimmy.
He didn't have time to put his arms out to save himself or anything. He just dropped.
Jimmy Buffett's... Is he kill? Rest in peace.
Well, he's still alive, so...
Yeah, he's still alive, but just the fact that people were just throwing shit at him and then he fell off the stage.
I just like how he's like, he took one too many steps and disappeared in a flash. Like, can you imagine, like, being at a concert and then all of a sudden the performer is just gone?
That's amazing. I like that story.
Oh my god, he has so many controversies on his Wikipedia page. This man.
I feel like we really just can't get into it. We're gonna have to start our own Jimmy Buffett podcast. All Jimmy Buffett all the time. Like, there's too much to cover.
Buffett on Buffett.
A Jimmy Buffett buffet.
The buffet. Oh my god. Jimmy Buffett is Very interesting. I will
A
say
real
that.
American hero.
And he just released a new album in May.
He's still working at it.
Yeah,
Putting out
he's
that
still-
top-notch material. I mean, has he written another Volcano yet? Like, come on.
No. Okay, let's
I mean, I
talk about...
I think Volcano is my favorite song by him. I didn't even know that was him that sang that until this show.
Yeah, that song's catchy. I like that and Finn's. I like his dancey ones, honestly. I like it when he's embracing how insane his work is.
Yeah. Cheeseburger in Paradise, the big climax to the Tammy storyline.
Yeah, she dumps her fiancé because she wants to eat whatever she wants and not be relegated. Then she falls in love with this other guy, and she flies because she's able to eat cheeseburgers.
Tried to amend my carnivorous habits. Made it nearly 70 days. Losing weight without speed. Eating sunflower seeds. Drinking lots of carrot juice and soaking up rays. But at night I'd have these wonderful dreams. Some kind of sensuous treat. Not zucchini, fettuccine, or bulgur wheat. But a big warm bun and a huge hunk of
Okay, can we talk about just how specific they were throughout the entire show to make sure the lyrics fit in Cheeseburger in Paradise? What was her diet? Carrot juice, sunflower seeds. What was the next thing that he asked her to eat instead of that because he was feeling bad? The vegan linguine, which fit into the lyrics somehow. I can't remember exactly what it was.
I'm not gonna lie, that vegan linguine looked better than the fucking, like, plastic-ass cheeseburgers they made.
Look, cheeseburgers are good, but pasta's fucking good too, okay? Come on.
I'm about to say, like, it's carbs. Like, I feel like there's more fattening stuff in, like, pasta than there are in a cheeseburger. At least cheeseburger, you get some protein to survive on.
Like, Brick was into the spaghetti.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into the spaghetti. Pischetti.
All right, is there anything else even to talk about here? I mean, Cheeseburger in
No!
Paradise?
There's nothing about this show!
All right, we've talked about this show for maybe 5 minutes in the last 50 minutes, so I feel like we've got it all covered here. I mean, what do you think, Jimmy Buffett?
Bree, what do you think about this show? Like, from what we've discovered, do you think you're gonna go see it next time it tours around Michigan?
Oh, absolutely. I love trash.
You know what? That's fair enough. And we all threw on our Hawaiian shirts to bless this trash.
There's nothing
Andrew,
more trashy than someone in the audience of a Jimmy Buffett show, especially if they've been there more than once or even 4 times.
I've also seen Jekyll and Hyde more than 3 times.
Jess, what is it with you and watching like the worst trash that exists?
I have this fetish where I love being embarrassed, so I go out to places that I know is embarrassing to be, and just I love it.
Do you have like a Pornhub page or anything? Like, do you get kicked in the balls a lot?
It's just an OnlyFans. Andrew, what are your overall thoughts on this show and your cheese rating?
Well, it's like slightly better than the Queen one we watched, but
I'd say it's
still
significantly
awful.
better. It's significantly better because it's a story, it's cohesive, setup, payoff, whatever. It is an efficient story.
It's significantly better because it's significantly shorter.
That too.
This is like, what, an hour and a half?
Yeah, it's short. Like, it's barely 2 hours, if at all.
It's like, ooh, that's nice. The Queen one we watched was 2.5 hours, and it was horribly written. Whereas this is only an hour and a half and horribly written. The music is not as good, though, but honestly, it's so short, I can just, you know what, whatever, I don't care. Also, the sets were kind of nice, and the costumes, like, you know, it worked. You know, it's fine. They got the Jimmy Buffett aesthetic down. You know,
They just took the shit from the Margaritaville restaurant and just threw it on the stage.
Like, honestly, though, that's really probably what they did. As far as a cheese rating, I mean, like, what kind of cheese would you give this? Maybe like some bar cheese that some drunkard vomited up on the floor. Like, I don't fucking know.
You know what? That's completely fair. I want fans out there, please make a spreadsheet of all of our cheese ratings. I would love that.
That's gonna take a long time.
I feel like someone's already started like jotting them down every now and then.
When do we get our own wiki?
Yes, someone make us a wiki.
All right.
Yeah,
Jess, what did you think of this?
it's a bad show, but it's not incompetent. The actors are good, and you can objectify them.
Brilliant. Good praise. High praise.
What is it? They try
Jess,
their best.
what was it you messaged me like halfway through? Like the lead's actress had a big ass.
It was insane. Like it looked detached from her body, and I think it was like a costume thing where it just looked insanely like as if she had a tumor on her ass. And then I realized it was part of the scuba suit, but I was like, what am I looking at?
Jess, it's real though. You just insulted her.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I thought it turned out it was part of her costume because like when she wore all the sundresses, it wasn't there. It was just part of that weird scuba suit she was wearing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was weird looking, but yes, you can make fun of shit like that. It is a competent show. It is not incoherent. It is not good. I give it a cheeseburger in paradise.
It passes the lowest bar you could possibly set.
Yes, it does. It passes the absolute lowest bar, which is rare apparently because Frank Wildhorn is still allowed to exist in the theater world, Andrew. Do you remember the Wonderland episode we did where we saw two different versions of that where they were both incoherent?
Oh, don't remind me of that. That was awful. Why do we watch so many bad shows?
Because Mina Maneri requests them, Andrew.
Did she request this?
No, but she wants to request another Frank Wildhorn.
Oh no! What? Is there even any more?
There's so many more. He did a Death Note musical.
Oh, I hope that's next. I've never even seen the anime, so...
I think he did a Phoenix Wright musical, too. There's a lot of stuff.
I bet you he's never seen the anime.
Wouldn't surprise me. I bet he just wrote like 5 musical pieces and went on with his life.
Yeah, honestly.
It gets a cheeseburger in paradise.
Cheeseburger in paradise. I think mine's better, but that's fine. Okay. I have nothing left to say about this. We have shit talked to Jimmy Buffett for a solid hour now.
Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, he's got the money.
He's gonna sue us for libel.
We didn't say anything that wasn't true on his Wikipedia page.
We didn't write anything that wasn't true, so it'd be slander.
You're right. But do you know who isn't slanderous? Our wonderful patrons. Thank you guys for listening. Please leave us a review on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher. We're all there at Musicals with Cheese. Our Patreon is Musicals with Cheese. Our Twitter is Musicals with Cheese. Actually, it's Cheesy Musicals. That's incorrect. Our Instagram is Musicals with Cheese. Our YouTube page is Musicals with Cheese. Our patron-only podcast is Fosse Verdon. It should be up and going by now, hopefully, if we're lucky. Shoot us an email at musicaltheaterlives@gmail.com. Our title card was created by the amazing Jolene Casco. Go follow her at Jolene Casco. This show is produced and edited by Brianna Jones. Go check her out on all of her socials. Say hi, Bree.
Hi.
Yeah.
Bree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Woo. Yeah.
Thank you to the Broadway Podcast Network for having us on. We really are honored that our foul-mouthed, crass, and catty attitude is still allowed there.
It's the best show on your network, more like. Hell yeah! Oh, sorry.
No.
No, we're the worst show on the network. I take it back.
Worst show. 0 out of 10.
Don't edit it out.
We'll see you guys next time on Musicals with Cheese. Cheeseburger in paradise.
Paradise.